Hey, how you doing? I am Gio. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time, or welcome back, and welcome to another music reaction, and welcome to another Kneecap reaction. I've done a few Kneecap songs. I think I did C.E.A.R.T.A and Get Your Brits Out. Did I do Hood? I'm not sure if I did Hood, but I figure it's time to go back and do some more Kneecap. They've been in the news again. I think is it Mo Chara? He got done with terrorism offences. The case has been dropped, apparently, because there's no evidence. Right? It was a ridiculous, trumped up charge in the first place. And this is how they quiet you, right? This is how they scare you. This is how they keep you in control, right? By fear. A music artist getting done for terrorism offences by speaking out against injustice. And, you know, I don't care what side you are on. If you like the message that Kneecap and others are spreading, or if you're the exact opposite, if you like the other message, right? Like, you've got to see the danger in what they're doing. Right? Just because you are against the people that are doing it, that's Palestinian action being designated a terrorist group, right? Like some people may cheer at us. Yeah, that's right. Shut them up because you don't agree with the message. You don't agree with the protest, right? Which is, you know, but what happens when it's your side? What happens when it's your side that the government doesn't like what you're saying and what you're doing, right? It seems like no matter what side of this we're on, like, we should be fucking united against this bullshit anti-protest that is getting brought in, right? Like, protest, peaceful protest is you know, you absolutely need that, right? Any violence that occurs, you deal with the fucking violence. Any instigating violence, you deal with it. People protesting is not a crime, and they're making a crime. They're making a crime to say words, right? If you are, again, instigating violence, if you're going against protected speech, if you're bullying, harassing individuals, that's a different thing. There's laws to deal with that. But you can't make up fucking laws to deal with people power. And that's what they're doing. And like I said, whether you are pro-Palestine, pro-Israel, pro-S, pro-that, just because the government right now is going after the side you don't like, don't cheer. Don't cheer, because it could easily be fucking you, right? So remember the old saying, like the best way, they came for the Palestinians, and I didn't say anything because I am not Palestinian. Then they came for the Jews, and I didn't say anything because I'm not Jewish. They came for the Irish, and I didn't say anything because I'm not Irish. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak up. Like, that's how they win. That's how they win. It's an amazing thing. You see it, like, in America especially, Democrats and Republicans think the other side is pure evil. Even though Democratic and Republican politicians are very, very similar. Like Cairealláin said, like, same lifestyle, same social clubs, same schools their children go to. It's not the school your child goes to, you know. It's like they're part of a special club and you're not invited, right? And the way to keep this fucking thing going is to keep it all divided. Well, for whatever reason they've got, right? Enough ranting. This is Kneecap. This is Guilty Conscience.
Instant
Right, pause. Yeah, I like art. I love I like the background. I like the beats. I like the electro feeling, like old school sort of beats to it. Right, it's not a massive production. It's just the beating. I feel like I was going to say at the start, like I don't understand 90% of what. I think we've got down about 60. Right, it still sounds good to still a bop. Right, even though I feel like I should understand the words, I do not. But I love the fact that an Irish group are being successful performing in Irish, right? Because a lot of times to be successful, you've got to you've got to do your thing in English, right? If you want anything more than regional success, you've got to do your thing in English. And I love the fact that these guys don't feel like they have to. Right? Yeah, great. I've got no idea what this is about. They're in a church confessional booth, speaking about how guilty conscience. Mo Chara's a bit of a nutter. You better do what he says. He's off his head. That's about it.
No thanks. I meditate and have plenty of wanks, and I never spare a second for constant suits. And when the revolution comes on first out the loot, yeah. New gods, happy days. So much comfort when you don't have to pay. And when I'm happily tripped in designer gear, then all of you cunts are getting one behind the ear, yeah.
When I'm happily dripped in designer gear, all of you are getting one behind the ear, yeah.
Grime, you'll get Móglaí, a railing in the stoley. Iha hern munga half in their collection box shows me. If the shade chole, it's land of pensioners, homie. Uncle and Tusa, Perla, Gale, take a loser, rich if you're lonely. Money's no more stress, boy, hit the G4S. Ha, our Victor, Earth, hAnnaidh, it's time to invest, ha. Nah, I'm giving half to my mass on blood money for my honeys and the rest of the ra.
Guilty conscience, no thanks. I meditate and have plenty of wanks, and I never spare a second for constant suits. And when the revolution comes on first out the loot, yeah. New gods, happy days. So much comfort when you don't have to pay. And when I'm happily tripped in designer gear, then all of you cunts are getting one behind the ear, yeah. Guilty conscience, no thanks. I meditate and have plenty of wanks, and I never spare a second for constant suits. And when the revolution comes on first out the loot, yeah. New gods, happy days. So much comfort when you don't have to pay. And when I'm happily tripped in designer gear, then all of you cunts are getting one behind the ear, yeah. OBEs for the landlords.
Right, remind me if I'm right. So you just, what are they talking about? I heard them say new gods, OBE for the landlords. Who's he speaking about getting one behind the ear when they're dripping in designer suits? Is he speaking about the old school, possibly the old school paramilitaries who moved into drug dealing are now, they've lost their sort of, their morals in, their cause, and now they are just, in it for the money. Is that what he's saying? That's what I'm taking. Maybe. Let me know in the comments, please.
Yeah. OBEs for the landlords.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, always Kneecap with Guilty Conscience again. Like I picked up words. I know what I think it's about, kinda, a little bit, but it's hard when it's half done in another language. Right, so, you have been so good. Like, let me know. What's the context of the song? What's it about? What are we talking about this time? I feel like it's the class struggle a little bit. Like us against them, having a guilty conscience about things you should have. No thanks. Like meditation and let's get some more songs down. OBEs for landlords, new gods. When he's wearing his designer gear, one by the ear. I feel like that's a comment on the ex-paramilitaries who are now in it for the cash, right? Guys who used to, whatever side you're on, they used to believe in the struggle. Now they believe in money. I think that's what it's about. Well, let me know. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Leave me some comments. Leave me some suggestions. I appreciate it. Like I said, like the governments of the world, all of them are so quick to divide. But if you look at this person who has got a completely different viewpoint to you, right? He could be standing in a protest, he could be standing on their side. The people at their side of the protest have still got more in common with you than the man who's saying you can't protest. And that's the thing. You've got to look at both sides of this. The person with a different mindset is not a different species. He's the same as you, right? He's just got a different opinion, a different, maybe some different media. Maybe you've both been sucked down by different sides of the argument, right? And you think you're enemies. You're not enemies. You've just been told you are. So keep that in mind. And that's it for me. Thank you very much. Leave a comment, leave a suggestion, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one.